live. Can we clap ourselves? And then he said, one of the saddest things, this is a doctor whose name I will not mention, that I've gone through as a doctor, is a patient walks to you, you take the patient for screening, and the patient is stage 2 cancer. And then you as a doctor know that this person is supposed to survive. Because you have the machines, we have the doctors and others. But you also know that because of the queue we have ahead of this patient, it's going to take this patient a minimum of 2 months to get to that machine. And after 2 months, by that time, this will be cancer stage 4. I look at the doctor now, and I could see. He said, so, instead of bringing people here, creating awareness, they come here, we give them false hope. This is very painful. I'm looking at a person whom I know I can treat. But because of circumstances beyond me, this person is going to die in 3 months. And yet I cannot save him. And so the bus stopped going out because said, he didn't say this, but I'm telling you my interpretation of that statement. It was to say, abantu bafaka bafiireeyo. Baleme kujja ndukumfira mu maaso kijja kunumiriza. Tigundi yafudde na ndibadde muwonya. I should have treated this person, had the capacity to. I came back thinking, the same way we changed our plans in 2016 is the same way I'm going to convince my board to change plans going forward. And what are those changes? As a cancer program, we have got 4 pillars. Our first pillar, creating awareness. Our second pillar is screening, free screening. Our third pillar is putting up infrastructure like you see. And the 4th pillar is training of staff. Those pillars will still continue. We are going to stand on them. But I think for us, that other than being scared of creating awareness, we must improve the facilities here so that as time goes on, we're able to handle the numbers. How can we do that? To start with the first global grant, and we are agreeing with Andrew, we said in that global grant, you are going to put the bus. So that before we wait to go to those communities, we shall have a team here going with that bus all over the country to continue creating awareness. But beyond that, our plan is to complete this center by 2027. But I can tell you, if you look at the way we are performing in terms of the cancer run, we know that by 2027, we should be able, because we are now looking at other diverse ways of raising money, to raise 5 billion shillings per year. Right now, this year, I know for sure it is going to bring 3 billion. Next year, we shall do whatever it takes to do at least 4 billion. And thereafter, we want to push it to 5 billion. So what am I saying? It has taken us 10 years to try and think about finishing because of the numbers and the monies. You know, we came from 200 million to 3, to 6, to 7, then to 1 billion. In 2028, and I want to say all this idea to my board because we are reviewing the strategic plan right now, but I also want to talk about a Marshall Plan of 2040. By 2028, if you can raise 5 billion shillings per year, that means you can put up that structure in 3 years. Do you get my point? And so I was saying, if you can do that, then, even assuming you don't grow, just get stuck at 5 billion, yet I know shall be growing because the cancer line has to continue growing and growing. Then you can be doing a center every 3 years. A center with 2 bankers, 2 accelerators, every 3 years. So in 12 years, between 2028 and 2040, how many centers are those? Okay? 4 times 2, 8 plus 2. So the cancer program should be able to have 10 linear accelerators in Uganda by 2040. That's our dream. What Andrew has told you here is actually World Health recommended. 1 machine per 1 million population. Uganda at 45 million, we need 45 machines. Of course, 60, even that time it will be 60 million. But today, we are talking of what? So for us, we are saying yes. We can't produce 40 machines, even if we wanted. But let's do what we can do. If we come together and grow this thing, we can actually talk about 10 in accelerators. Then the numbers down there will be managed. Finally, during those visits, because one thing to read about the statistics to read them about them in the on the net. So many cases, 35,000 cases, 22,000 people are dying. It's a statistics, a number thing. Now, when you go to the Cancer Institute in Mulago, because of parking, my driver would drop us, and then he drives out and parks outside. And after going there about 2-3 weeks, my driver made a comment. He said, neighbors, we're parking on. Now maybe request to buli lunaku gabagifulumya wano. Said, are you sure? I said, yes. Now he spent there not more than 2 hours. So, and you're talking about bodies of only 1 bit of the Cancer Institute, the radiotherapy center. Then I said, wait a moment. If you're losing 2 people, minimum, every 2 hours, it means every 1 person is dying. In this ward alone, every day per hour. Do you understand? And I'm not saying they reserve bodies until the morning, that's when they take them out. I think as they die, they get to the airport to take them out. We're talking about 24 deaths from this unit per day. Is that possible? So I sat with the driver the following day. As soon as my mom went in, I went back to the car with him. And to easy word, the bodies were. Just go there, the bodies were. We are discussing human beings here. We're not discussing cockroaches or rats. Every day, it's your sister, it's your wife or husband, it's your workmate. Every day. And so this thing touches us. The reason we are not doing as well as we should, we don't feel it close enough. When you feel the pain, you can do much more. You can actually raise money to do a bank per year if you had 1 million runners. Simple. On this kit, we make a margin of almost 11 shillings because you take off the 30,000 shillings commission, 10% to clubs, take off the cost of the kit, it's about 11,000, take off the cost of organizing the run. So on this kit alone, so if you have got 1 million runners, how much money will be making? 11 billion shillings. But are you saying that it's impossible to raise the number of runners from what you have now, 70,000 to 1 million? It's not impossible. It's just that we have not tried hard enough. So even the target I'm giving and saying you can do it every 3 years, we can actually reduce it and do it every year. We are discussing people. Today it's somebody else. Tomorrow it's you. So that's how bad cancer is. And that's, I want to give you belief and you get, I want to land it in your sitting room and look at it and put it on your calculator. And I want to give you self-belief. Because the power of belief can even make you walk through a brick wall. Because you have reached here because of belief. The team I started with here, like I told you, half who didn't believe right now, those who believed up to now, we are celebrating. So even that can happen. Let's forget about our government. No. This is our thing. Let's run with it. So our target is those runners, and we get those centers, and who knows, maybe we can reduce that rate of death if rate of infection, because for each of the global grants going forward, we shall be putting a bus. So before we talk about going to cancer camps to create awareness, our buses will be going everywhere. We should reach a point when the buses can cover the whole country, and then who knows, create awareness and then arrest cancer early enough. Now, this vaccination for girls against cervical cancer, we are working again with the government as Rotarians. We have that outreach. We also want to encourage people with schools so that in the next 2 years, if all the girls, I think it's between the age of maybe 9 to 14, if all of them can be vaccinated, you know you have controlled at least what? Cervical cancer. If all the men above 40 can be screened for prostate cancer and early enough and treated, maybe you know you have handled that one. I don't know. At this point, allow me to thank the team of cancer. I don't see them here. There's a lady called Pudes Asobola. You know, she's a past DRR. Currently she heads the medical part of the cancer program this year. And Pudes has been magical, truly. Early this year, you remember the visit of the RA president here in January? That time we had signed an MOU with USAID. They were supposed to give us money, and we had planned to do 100 medical camps per year for 3 years. When USAID pulled out, Pudes, because that's where she works, brought sick care on board. And just not about sick care, Pudes actually heads a team, and they have planned 70 medical camps in this country this year. And so far 46 have been done, so the rest will be done. I want to thank the team, my board and management, because they putting me in this. I couldn't do it alone. I want to thank the Cancer team. Some of these guys like Akram, I don't know where they get the energy from. These guys don't sleep. They're everywhere, every day. Cancer team, wherever you are, thank you very much. You know? They are very. With those few remarks, allow me to briefly introduce and invite our chief guest to come and speak to us. Emmanuel is a very good friend of mine, a very special friend of mine, whom I've known for very many years. He's a very passionate person when it comes to service. He's a very powerful businessman. One thing that is special about Emmanuel is the size of his heart. One time I referred to him as a person whose generosity borders on, I even forget the word I used that time, on obscenity, you know. He just, he'll find a way to solve it out. And I told Emmanuel, you are a very quick, clever man. That's what makes you rich, because God sees how generous you are. Because the more he gives, the more he gets. But he has not stopped giving, because he knows that's the investment. Emmanuel, thank you for that. Right now, he's our Irish International Director-elect, and he's our leader in Uganda and Africa. Emmanuel, thank you for finding the time to be here. I know how busy you are, but thanks for joining us. Thank you. Please come and talk to us.
Good morning, family of Rotary. First of all, allow me to stand on the protocol that has been given, but in a very special way, I'd like to recognize all Rotary leaders, past, present, and future. A couple of days back, is it days back or weeks back, I was in the Vatican, in Italy, in Rome. And we had gone there with my dear wife to attend Mass with the new Pope. And we're staying within the walls of the Vatican. Before Mass started, I opened my computer and saw a short email. I think it came from Nakato. Nakato, Sibirwa, Bobu's sister, I think, yes. Past president or past PAG? Past? VOP, that one. And she was asking me to come as a guest of honor for this event organized by Hope Creator Presidents. Truth be told, it's been a little bit difficult. The thing of being Rotary International Director, I did not know what it means. I now understand what it means, both time-wise and financial-wise. When I read her email, three special ladies came into my mind. One, honor and privilege on behalf